Miss Johnson, I need to go to the bathroom. Miss Johnson, Miss Johnson,
La la la
Miss
la.
Johnson,
La la la
Miss
la.
Johnson. Where's the teacher, Miss Johnson, Miss
La
Johnson?
la la la.
Oh, let's go
Listen here,
stop
you
it.
little red shit. I'm gonna cut your fucking arms off if you try to go to the bathroom during my class. I will destroy you. I am the god of your world.
That's not his Elmo's right here, Miss Johnson.
There's a reason you don't have feet.
Oh, yeah?
Cut them off
Why don't
already.
you come here, bitch? Lay your ass out.
Fuck you up, Elmo.
I'll try it.
This is the last time you'll disrespect me in my
I'll show you. Tickle me more.
There you go. Hi, welcome to the Weird Flex.
But okay, podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's your
to the
Weebs.
Wave workouts and
Oh.
exercise podcast that you
Oh,
can
shit.
follow along with. Well, and you can join us by anywhere. Hold on. No, let me try. I've been practicing. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
or the Weird Flex, but okay, podcast. Your workouts, weebs, and advice podcast brought to you by Connie Day, Katie Johnson, and Jordan Jacksblade Downs. And we are available at the weirdflexpod at gmail.com. No, weirdflexpod at fucking damn it, stupid.
You always get those two
Damn
mixed
it.
up. It's
Damn
Weird
it.
Flex Pod on Twitter, and then the Weird Flex, but okay, podcast at gmail.com.
Damn, I had it. Right.
I know.
Damn.
And then you can also, of course, find us at Weird Flex But Okay Podcast on Patreon, and that's real neat and stuff, where for $1 a month you
Yeah.
can just support us and get access to all of our Patreon feed, which includes some bonus content and a bunch of journals that we'd like to put in there.
And
just
your name
about
will be
life
on
and
our
stuff.
tongues.
Well, no, that's actually the $2 tier. The $2 tier is where you get all of that, plus we say your name in the episode, like I'm going to do right now.
Do it.
Whoa!
Do it.
Dude,
Do
thank you
it.
so much to our heckin' patrons, my dude, Joseph Andrew Grinder, our
Joseph.
$2 patrons, Andrew, Adrian,
What's his
Carcer,
name?
TTV, The Swagnamite, Winston 555, Christopher Kaiser, Kimberly Calderon, Sunburst Hero, I really want to say this now, Mr. Hype Man, Jay Tedderbrows, Michael Betters, and Zaid. Ooh.
Zane Sandin.
And, of course, I have to say, every time we mention our patrons, I have to make a lewd joke or reference something lewd. So, Jordan, I want to tell you what I did last night.
Oh, okay.
So, me and some friends that are
kinky.
I have some friends that are like, voice actors and like they do like different stuff, and we have been getting together every like other Sunday or whatever just on Discord and just dicking around, like maybe play a Jackbox game or two. But last night, and we've also been doing some fanfic reading where we'll get fan fiction and we'll like read them, and they're very like lewd and stuff. But we don't record it because we want it to just be like a fun thing that we do, like no expectations, no pressure, just like we're having fun, like just voice actors sticking around. Last night we had the great idea, and I like to take partial credit for introducing this idea, of trying to dub a fucking doujin.
Mm-hmm.
So we pulled up some doujins of like My Hero Academia and some other shit, and we just improv'd over what it should say because it was in Japanese,
Uh-huh.
and it was wonderful and amazing, and it was a mind fucking experience that I will cherish forever. And at
Right.
one point for the fanfic reading, there was one weekend where I almost pissed myself. I almost fucking pissed myself from laughter. And I just want to tell you guys, with no context of anything else, a snippet of what happened during this fanfic read that we did a few weeks ago. We were reading a Sword Art Online fanfic, and Suguha and Kirito are like cousin sister bullshit relationship where it's like, oh, we're like related by blood but we're not, blah blah blah. And so of course there's
Right.
fucking fanfic of that shit. And so it was so terribly written, and we were reading it, and I was playing Suguha and my friend was playing Kirito, and we were going back and forth, and at one point we were like, we need some background music. And so since they're like cousin, brother, sister situation, we started playing Brother My Brother from the Pokemon soundtrack.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
And so it was just like, brother, my brother, like, tell me what are we fucking for? Like,
Right.
in the background of us reading this, like, fucking 20-page ass, well, not 20-page ass, maybe 20-paragraph page fucking
Right.
fanfic, and it was everything I've ever wanted in my life, and it was great and glorious, and yeah, there
Mhm.
might come a day where either Kruby or some other channels or people or whatever, maybe we get together and actually record this shit. Not today, though. We just kind of want to keep this like a fun thing that we just do. But,
Right.
But if I ever advertise this as something that's going to be a thing, I guarantee it will be a fun time because I've almost pissed myself every fucking time doing
Right.
this. And I love it, and it's amazing, and I love reading smutty fanfic. And
Uh-huh.
let us know if you want me to read smutty fanfic on the
You know they
Patreon with
do.
Jordan.
You already know they do.
Jordan, we'll just find a smutty fanfic and read it together, and it'll be great.
Can it be
And
one about people being? Oh, can we find the one that Hero loves so much about the well-fed
Oh,
people?
which one?
The
Oh,
well-fed.
wait. Pause. Rewind. Is there actually a fanfic about his fetish?
No. You know how he got his fetish, right? Was because
No.
he...
Wait. Should we be putting him on blast?
No. Okay, fine. Whatever. Like, they don't know who we're talking about. Whatever. Yeah, you know what? I'll just say that whatever. That there's a certain thing where that a friend of ours likes. That's all I'll say. I'm saying we should read a comic on that, just so.
I am
Find that
here
exact
for
one.
this, and that
Just find that
sounds
exact
great.
one. No, I feel bad because he's weird. Like he's like, if he finds it, he'll never be able to read it again because he'll be like, every time I try to do something, I'll be thinking of those two laughing.
Oh my god!
Because like, I was
am
talking
here
to
for this.
our friend is very like he can't, like, if he knows that one of us has like watched something that he's watched, he can never watch it again because he'll just imagine my face like booyah.
Oh my god!
It's just like, oh, he's not like us, Katie, or Paleo,
He's
or
not.
Saber, where
He's
we can just
not.
be like, hey, I got off on this, would you like to get off on this? Oh, I would love
you
getting
like?
off of this.
Would you like to share this port?
Yes.
It's like that. There's a fucking. I was watching Rick and Morty. I still haven't seen the last episode of the season yet because I think it came out. But a few episodes ago, there was a bit where Rick and Morty were just like talking back and forth, and Morty apparently pays for like a premium account on Pornhub, and Rick was like, "What? Why do you pay for porn?" And Morty was just like, "Well, because like you can kind of compile a list of all your kinks, and then like you and your friends can like share each other's kinks, and it's like this whole sexual experience." And then Rick is like, "Geez, Morty, shut the fuck up. Okay, I'm sold. Like,
Jeez, Morty, shut the fuck up. Okay, I'm sold, dude.
I'm sold. Like, dude, I'll fucking get it tomorrow. Jeez, calm the fuck down. Like, I love it. Okay, jeez, like, I'll sign up. Fuck."
Mhm.
God.
Oh god, that's awesome. I need to catch
don't
up on
think-
Rick and Morty. I'm still like,
Yeah.
I only saw like the first half of season 3, and then I had to. I forgot, like, something happened where I messed up catching up on, so I have to catch up on season 3 and 4.
No, that's
blah,
fair.
Blah. blah.
God.
But that's it.
Also, Jordan, what have you been up to?
Training
Like, yeah.
every day. They may see a bully because that's all I do is work, and I'm not letting off the gas until my skills are fully perfect. So if you would like to label me unsavory and jerkish, we'll see how you feel when they send you a hero that is worthless, bitch. What they gotta do to prove I'm in another league? I get stronger as I go. Don't give a fuck about fatigue. I'm a meese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
That's
awesome.
what you've been up to. Have you been going to karaoke?
No, I just been training and working.
I miss
and
going
my
to karaoke
thing
with you.
just came out. Yeah, karaoke was fun. Oh man, that was good. That was good
Those are
times.
Good times.
Before everything had to go crazy,
Before
but
the
that's
Fire
okay.
Nation attacked.
Oh, you know what's funny? I was watching this movie called Reign of Dragons last night,
Mhm.
and it was about this. It's about this apocalyptic world where like some people found dragons, and so like the dragons like started spawning, and then the dragons are just like, oh fuck humans, we're like fucking dragons, and so they just start making the human species extinct. And then I was just like, oh shit,
Yeah.
this is crazy. And I thought it was like 2012 or some shit like that, but the movie, the movie takes place in the year 2020. I'm just like, please don't do this right now. And I was just like, not
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Oh my god. Like, you see that thing where the people found the crater and it was like a hole of like it was like, oh, we found this tropical thing underwater with like 33 different species. And I was just like, 2020, don't tempt it. This is not the
Oh
year
my
to be tempted. Just
God.
like, don't
Yeah,
do
I
it.
saw that, I
You,
saw
you
that.
you don't need like a kraken or fucking like Godzilla or a kaiju or something just to kind of just like, really? You had to play. Fuck.
You had to go there.
Mm-hmm. No, we ain't doing this. We are not doing this.
No, yeah, that's why I've been watching a lot of anime. I recently watched. I'm caught up with My Next Life as a Villainess, or like it's something like that where like she gets reincarnated into a game where she's gonna be like the bad guy, so she's trying to avoid being the bad guy, and in the process she meets like some horny motherfuckers who she's supposed to romance, or that they might be with her, and then also she loves to eat cake and shit, and I've never fucking related to a goddamn protagonist so much. Please watch this anime, like My Next Life as a Villainess. Her name's Katarina Klaus, and she loves sugar so much, and she's surrounded by low-key horny degenerates, and it's great, and
So
I
like
love
Urza
it.
Scarlet? Because Urza
No.
likes cake. Urza loves cake, and she's surrounded by
Well,
horny
I think Urza's a lot more like,
calm, level-headed.
yeah, she has like a more like serious, like badass fighter thing, and Katarina Klaus is a little more like, she's very smart and very like thinks ahead, and she's strategic and all that, but she's also very like, she gives me more Lucy vibes. Like
Oh,
if
yeah,
Urza
Lucy
and Lucy
Hartfield.
kind of combined, if they kind of combined.
Fusion dance.
Yeah, if they did that, then you
We're
might
like,
have Katarina.
Edward. Fusion.
Edward, I hate you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one anime I watched, and then fucking.
I watched Dora.
Oh, Durarararara?
Not Dora. The Dora Dodo. The one with the big buff lady and the lizard guy, and then the fucking blonde girl with the wizard. I don't know. There's like this.
Yeah, I have no
mushroom
fucking clue.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. I watched that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hell
it was-
yeah.
I had no idea what the fuck was going on, but it was a good show. Like, it's like FLCL. Like, when I watch FLCL, if you ask me what the plot of FLCL, I have no fucking clue. Don't ask.
Yeah.
It was some fucking alien pirate or something wants to show up.
Yeah, yeah.
But then, like, all this crazy shit happens. I don't understand that shit. I just enjoyed the ride. It's like that. Like, that's how it was.
Yeah, yeah.
She was
Well,
thick.
yeah, that's pretty much been the jam, you know. Just
Yes.
kind of been like watching a lot of stuff, hanging with friends, playing
Uh.
Animal Crossing, doing that stuff. And of course, if you follow me on Twitter, you will see that I am very actively retweeting things. Do you kind of want to take a minute, Jordan, to talk about kind of what's going on in the world right now?
Okay, fine. Sure. Yeah, the world is reforming because like there's a lot of good going on right now, so that's good. Like I see like the thing because like I'm happy that like something. All right, so basically just to cut the cheese. All right, so there's this whole Black Lives Matter movement, which is great that it's finally coming to fruition. Like the entire world is just like, fuck this. It's been going on for too fucking long. Let's fucking take care of it. And it's become like this worldwide phenomenon, which I love. Like I love that it's in like Russia and London and all these other places. You just wouldn't
it's
think.
crazy how all 50 states have come together on this.
Yeah, all
Like,
50 states. When was the last time that happened? Never. So it's crazy. Like that's freaking awesome. It's freaking cool that like all this stuff. And I know like me as a black man, like there was a time I was just like, okay, I feel like shit about this and stuff like that because like I've had my experience with the cops that are negative. I've had some positive, but not mostly negative. I would say like one time negative. I talked about that before. And I'm glad to see like everyone's just like on a we're not gonna take it anymore thing, like that whole thing where like they took that slave owners like statue and poured it in the fucking like river or some shit like that. That's fucking
They are not
hype.
tolerating those statues anymore.
Yeah, dude, and they're freaking like all these people are just coming together just like as a big union and just like saying no, and it's like it's so cool. Like I love it. And then like I know some people message me saying like they feel bad that they can't be protesting because of like they have family at home and there's the virus and then there's like the whole thing with like the violence and stuff like that, and it's just like, hey, you can support right from home. All right, don't like if you post about it, just like support from home, donate if you can to the right places, support your favorite black artist, whoever, wink wink, nudge nudge, I'm pretty awesome. But yeah, like other ones too. But yeah, like just keep at it. I love it. I love the fact that we're keeping at this whole thing and it's like changing the world and it's going to be like in history books like fuck yeah and this until fucking
we are
Godzilla
literally living
shows
through
up.
history.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I was saying like before, like we had to joke like, oh, we need an alien attack because like they'll be like, all right, all of us as a human race must take on this space race that's attacking us or something like that.
But no, all it literally took was dealing with a fucking issue that has needed to be dealt with for fucking years that keeps getting recycled. And
Yep.
hopefully this time we'll actually take down the police. Like,
No, I feel like
that-
it is. Yeah, I feel like it is. No, because I have some friends who are police who are generally good people, but then like there are just a lot of those people that are just like, you're narcissistic and you just want to overdo your power. So I'm glad that they're getting their shit stuffed in right now. And then like literally every
yeah.
time people bring up a camera and like film like, oh, you just did this fucked up thing. Like if you make a compilation of that, like logically, just from getting all the shit stuff to innocent people that you've done, it's just like, yeah, no, like, yeah, you fucked up. You fucked up now. Congrats, you
No,
fucked
I know.
up.
It's
just
about
like, yeah,
that
you're done.
fucking accountability and how we're kind of in an untelevised revolution where
Yeah.
the big news people that are on TV that are, you know, showing news to like much older people are not seeing the actual shit happening in the streets.
Yeah.
And there's this one place in like Tucson or Tucson, Arizona or somewhere, like it's TUCSAN or SON. It's like a place in the United States where
Right.
they actually just made an ordinance where police were complaining about being recorded because they were like, oh, it just makes me like, you know, nervous and like it's distracting and like all this stuff, and how they have it to where there's like a fucking fine if you're caught recording a police officer because it's distracting them from doing their job. And I'm like, hold the fucking fuck on. I'm sorry that accountability fucking distracts you.
Yeah.
And so hopefully they're fighting that shit, because if that becomes a precedent, like we need to be able to record these fucking officers because they're not going to
Yeah.
be fucking in check. And like I could go on for
No,
a
no, no,
fucking
I got
hour.
you. No, exactly. Like to
Yeah.
me, like my whole like contingency plan, I know basically like it is one of those things where I'll use my like say I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm so freaking cool or something like that, but like if I was ever in a situation, right, where I'm just like, I don't know, jogging and I got pulled over and it's just like, dude, what are you doing? So I'm, like bullshit like that again or something. I would
Yeah.
literally start recording and like live streaming it and be like, hey, to my 400,000 subscribers, I'm just letting you know this is happening right now. So yeah, and so it's just like, okay, do you really want to do this? All right, 400,000 people will be on your ass if you try this shit. So like, I use that like as a motherfucker, like it's a thing, because it actually is like a powerful like contingency right there. Just be like, okay, yep,
Yeah,
no, I got
and
this.
it's good that you're able to like have that, you know, platform so that hopefully if something happened, but you know there are a lot of people
Yeah,
who
exactly.
are
There are like a lot of
misfortunate,
people who
yeah.
don't have that like fortunate thing. Like for me, that's why I always say to myself, like that is my personal contingency plan for myself. Like if some shit ever went
Yeah.
down, like for my also just if I ever see it going down, it's just like, okay, yeah, well, 400,000 people gonna see this shit, just so you know. All right, whatever.
Yep.
And then it's just like by the time you like if you try to come over and take it, I've already like sent it to like the fucking thing that's gonna upload it automatically, and it's just like you can't stop that. So yeah, you're
Yeah,
fucked
yeah.
either way. You about to lose your
yeah.
job. You about to lose
In
your
case
job.
it was not abundantly clear, Black Lives Matter. And I hope that everyone listening to this is doing everything that they can to support, whether that's, you know, staying home, just sharing information, having conversations. I've had to have a lot of very like stressful conversations with people that are in my life that don't quite understand, but hopefully are willing to learn, because you know I don't know everything. I'm not some fucking god or guru of information, but I can only speak to what I know and what I've educated myself on. Like I was born in fucking Birmingham, Alabama. Like I feel like I was kind of raised around like some shit, and it's your job to fucking educate yourself and to like understand, like if you have a privilege, that you need to use it to make it to where people are not getting murdered. Like that's like the fucking lowest the bar is. Like fucking if you can't understand that, I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
Like,
it's Well, it's
Yeah,
changing
yeah.
now. That's how I see it.
I'm very much hopeful for the future, and it's not over, and I hope that I can, you know, continue to do everything that I can to help, but it's just like, yeah, we're in a very transformative moment in history right now, and I'm like, yeah, everyone just do everything that you can. Don't stop talking. Donate if you can. Just stay safe. Stay, you know, aware. Educate yourself. Like that's all that you can truly do.
Yep.
Oh man.
Cool. Now on
I also
to the
just
what?
Yeah. I also just want to say real quick how it really is crazy that COVID hit so fucking hard, and that was like the thing that terrified us, and now it's like, and now, you know, we're dealing with like this moment in history, at the same time is like one of the worst global pandemics. Like I guess I just want to say that it's okay if you're overwhelmed. Like it's okay if you need to have a moment where you're just like, I need to step away from kind of the world right now. If you have the privilege to do that, or if you don't, but you just need to, don't feel guilty for doing that. Because I definitely had a lot of times recently where I was just so overwhelmed seeing some of the horrid things that these police were doing, but also realizing that there are still families struggling and trying to catch up with all the COVID stuff, and just like we really are in a moment in history, and just please look after your mental health. Please reach out to your friends and your family, and hold on to your support system, because it's probably going to be a minute before we get to what our new normal is going to be. And just tell the people that you love them, and keep your heart and your mind open right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also keep exercising. Trust me, it'll help you. Use that anger as fuel. I always say this, like, it's so imperatively true, because, like, I know for me, like, I just having it rough because it's just like, oh God, that's my people, and they're like, oh, doing this, and it's just disgusting, and it makes me go into this state where I'm just like, oh, like it was just a dark state. But like, again, like I always say, how my coach always helped me, Troy, and it's so freaking valid and true. It's just like, if you can harness that anger, sadness to something positive like this, because like the thing about anger and fear is it's just like, it's like fire, all right? If you like can control it and harness it, it's such a powerful fuel source. But if you let it go control, it'll burn yourself and burn other people. So that's why you just keep it controlled and focused and try not to lose control, because that's what they want you to do. They want you to lose control and get out of there, stuff like that. So just like have it focused, have something you want to focus on. All right. Trust me, it does wonders for your mental health. That has helped me tremendously. And I always watch the speech on it, and it does a lot. So it's like freaking great. So keep that up. Keep training, never stop. Just wanted to say that out there too. It's super important. It'll help you so mentally. It will help you so mentally. Not even if you're not doing like meditation, which I highly suggest doing meditation. It helps tremendously. But like just training helps so goddamn much. You can't even fathom how much it helps, especially if you're consistent with it. So keep that up. Keep working out.
Well, all right. Let's get to our first question.
Good.
Let's get to some happy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you want to start
Sure.
us off with one of yours?
Sure. This is from Cassie Cage. Oh, I see that. That's a Mortal Kombat character. Okay, Cassie.
Nice.
All right. What is a trope you love in media and a trope you hate in media? Oh God, I got two. I'm gonna go off on one of them because I fucking loathe it.
Real quick,
Yeah.
what's the difference between like a trope and like, you know, an archetype? And
Let me
like
see. Let me look
like,
up the definition of trope.
Yeah, because I think I know, but I just want to make sure.
Okay. What trope? The phrase. Stop. Okay, let's see. Where is the trope definition? Okay. Stupid fucking ad block. Get out of the way. All right. Let's see. All right. A word or expression used of fear. No, I want overuse theme or device / cliche, like usual horror movie tropes. Horror movie tropes, the black guy dies first. They run instead of like running outside to get help, they run up the stairs. Oh, they should instead of like sticking together, they split up. So it's just like those are like tropes. Like there's certain things that like you constantly see this theme or this narrative device / cliche used in media, and then there are some that are done really well done, and then there are some that are done just like really poorly.
All right, I think I have a few, but these might fall very closely to like two character types too. But I want to hear yours first.
Okay, my one that I've gone on record just for fucking years. I despise this trope. It literally will make me roll my eyes and get so pissed off when they bring it up. So I'll do the one I hate first. It's when they say that if I kill you, I'm no better than you, or some bullshit. It's just like it's such horse shit. Because first off, and that's like saying that, oh, so Harry Potter's no better than Voldemort? Goku's no better than Frieza? The Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring are no better than Sauron and his minions who slaughter a bunch of it. No, it's not that way at all if you're putting the people down. Like, it's just like, no, this person is gleefully murdering innocent people. I'm going to put him down so he doesn't hurt innocent people anymore. Am I going to enjoy it? No. If I do enjoy it, am I an anti-hero? Sure. Okay, whatever. But like, I hate that. But you know what I hate even more than that? Is the fact when they're just like, we can't kill this guy. Or if we kill him, we'll be no better than him. What the heck's going on? Yeah, I can't do this, man. If I kill him, I'm just going to be a monster like him. And so like they say this like 3 episodes in a row, right? With the entire season. So they catch the criminal and they lock him up. And it's like, yeah, it's good we got him out. The criminal escapes, right? Kills someone close to them, like their dad, their mom, their sister, something, their loved one. And they're like, no! And then the last episode, they kill him anyway. So it's just like, you wasted all my fucking time with this stupid fucking trope that if you just brought up like, okay, whatever, like I fucking despise this trope so much because it's just like, if you're going to do that, don't even bring it up. Like if you're trying to do this whole like moral thing, which again, like that's just a topic for another day. Like I can get it. Like freaking Aang. I can understand why Aang didn't want to kill the Fire Lord because he's like, I'm an airbender. We're not supposed to do that. And it's like, okay, cool. But he was completely fine with Sokka or Zuko. Like rewatch it on Netflix. He was completely fine with anyone else killing him. It was just like, I just don't want to do this myself. But this whole notion that if you kill someone who does terrible things to innocent people and enjoys it, you're no better than, I think that's bullshit. And it, like, honestly, like there's one of my favorite times this ever happened in media was like this bad guy had just done all this horrible stuff. And like the hero is basically walking up to him and he's just like, hey, if you kill me, you'll be no better than me. And the hero was just like, you know what? I can live with that. Bam. And he fucking just, I fucking love that. Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a really good one. I can definitely agree with that. What's one that you love?
One I love. Okay, so this has just been I've been noticing this a lot. I mean, like there are 2. All right. The first one is when super OP characters like that are gods, they love Earth's food. Like for instance, in freaking Beerus is the god of destruction in Dragon Ball, but he won't destroy the Earth because he loves the food. And his favorite food, apparently the most delicious food in the entire universe is cup ramen. Like that is the most delicious food in the entire universe, cup ramen. But then like there's also shows like Supernatural where death, like the literal incarnation of death is like, oh, you know, I really like the pizza here. He's like so OP. He's like pretty much he could kill God, but he's just like, no, I really like the pizza here. It's so good. Like I love seeing like OP people like that just like casually eating. But the second one that I really, really love a lot, especially since I've been watching Harley Quinn, is when villains are doing just like the most horrible shit, but they're having like a heart-to-heart conversation. So for example, like in Harley Quinn, there's like this scene where like Poison Ivy's killing these people and they Harley and her are having this really deep, sweet heart-to-heart talk about like, hey, you're a great person, a great friend, you have all these amazing qualities and stuff like that. And she's like, oh, thanks. And then she's just like, mind if I get this next one? Yeah, sure. And then she just pours toxic waste and melt a guy's face. And it's just like, I love when villains are just like having this heart to heart and they're just like slaughtering people. It is like, it's so casual to them, but it's just like, no, we're having a heart to heart. We're bad guys, but we care about each other, you know? And it's just like, they're just fucking killing all these innocent people. I don't condone innocent people, but it's just hilarious to see villains just like, no, we care for each other. Just these people, yeah, fuck them. They're whatever.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's just like the humor in that. Well, my tropes, I guess, I watch a lot more anime than like, I guess, real stuff. I don't know. Okay. But anime's real. There's a trope that I do not like at all. And if it just disappeared, if it just fucking blanked from existence, I would not be mad. A prime example is Happosai from Ranma 1/2. It's kind of the extremified, overly perverted old man or character to where
Master Roshi Jiraiya.
Yeah, but like, you know, those characters in themselves, like there's qualities about them that I genuinely love. If they just took out the over perversion, like, you know, you can have a character that's perverted, like, you know, Kakashi's level of perversion. Like,
yeah, he's so casual. I'm just reading porn in public.
Yeah. Like you can have like, there's nothing wrong with perversion and sexuality and expressing that. But like, for example, Happosai will just run around and everyone will excuse it as fucking normal. He'll steal women's underwear. He'll like grope their ass and like their tits, like just casually, and girls will be like, stop it, and he'll be like, ha ha ha, that was fun, I have to touch women. And I just like, if you could just not like if you could just not take it there, like it just takes it so far and so casually, and I
especially
just
these days.
Yeah, like and Mineta from fucking My
Mineta,
Hero.
Moroku from Inuyasha.
Yes, exactly. Like with Moroku, like
Sanji to
they're-
a lower extent.
to a lower extent, yeah. Like, and it's the lower extent is like more okay with me. It's like it's when they take it to that extreme level, which is so commonplace in a lot of anime. I don't like it. But on the flip side, a trope that I love is actually in a not in the same vein, but in like a similar category. A trope that I love is when you have like this super like wholesome nice boy like Ryoga Hibiki, for example, and he's totally a pervert because like he's like thinking about like the girls and all this stuff, but but he's like a badass dude, like he's like he can fucking suplex a fucking boar, like he can destroy boulders like by just fucking poking it, but whenever he's around like a cute uwu soft girl that he likes, he gets super like blushy nervous and can't fucking talk. like and he's just like, oh my god, she's
Like
so
Yamcha.
fucking cute, oh my god, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, yeah, like kind of like that, like where they're just super smitten by females, and like even though like you're not supposed to transfer it to real life because it is kind of like a fictional thing where it's extremifying these emotions and portraying them. Obviously, if a human was like that in real life and they just could not function around a girl at all, like obviously that's not like
You'd love Yamcha from OG Dragon Ball then. Like you honestly would, because like that was his whole shtick, was just like he like, well, first he started off as like a bad guy and he was just trying to get the Dragon Balls, but like like whenever he saw like Bulma, like he could not function around Bulma because he's just like, oh my god, she's so beautiful,
like,
oh my
I
god, she's
love
so
that
amazing.
shit. Like when it's super wholesome, like because there's an episode 61 of Ranma 1/2 completely encapsulates everything that I love about this trope, because it starts with Ryoga just being like, oh Akane, you'll never know how I feel, like he's just monologuing to himself. He's like, oh god, if only I could tell her how I feel. And then she walks by like, hey Ryoga, and he's like, ah! He just like freaks the fuck out, and then she goes away, and then these girls walk by and they're just like, oh man, I heard if you write a letter for someone in green ink, they'll fall in love with you. And Ryoga's like, psh, that sounds stupid. Only girls think about stuff like that. And then like 2 seconds later, he's in an ink store like, give me all of your green ink. Like he's like so fucking smitten for girls, but every other like fucking scene he's like beating shit up, or like like he has the Bakusai Tenketsu where he can like poke a rock and it'll fucking explode, and like he at one point is like chasing Akane down like, oh Akane, and he's like hugging rocks and destroying them, and she's like, oh my god, like, but he's so fucking smitten and adorable, and like I love it so much. But and then there's this one scene where female Ranma is like fighting Ryoga and or regular Ranma's fighting Ryoga, and they're fighting back and forth, but then he gets turned into a girl and he doesn't have a shirt on, and Ranma of course doesn't give a fuck because he's Ranma. And
is that when he like sliced his shirt open?
That happens pretty much every episode, so you'd have to be more specific.
I've only seen the first 15, so okay.
No, you haven't seen this episode. So they're having a fight, and Ranma's just shirtless and turns into a girl, and Ryoga goes eep and like turns around, even though Ryoga knows this is Ranma. Ryoga knows that this like isn't just a girl that's gonna be offended by him looking at her tits. Yeah. Ranma's just out, tits out, and Ryoga's like, put your shirt back on. And he like turns around and he's all blushing and like, I can't look, like I'm so nervous. And Ranma's like, okay, you can turn around now. And Ryoga's like, are you sure I can turn around? And Ranma's like, yeah, it's cool. And Ryoga turns around and she's still shirtless. And Ryoga's like, oh my god, Ranma, how could you do that to me? Like,
what episode was that? I want to watch that scene.
I don't remember that one. Oh, I think that's the episode where, fuck, I'll have to find it. It's a really good one though, because Ukyo sets Akane and Ryoga up on a date.
Right.
And is it? Oh, there's so many fucking episodes. But yeah, that's a really fucking good moment, and that is a trope that I fucking love. I love it so much when they're just good uwu boys, but they're super heckin' perverts, but they're just like super shy, bashful, like they would not dare defile a woman, but like but they want to. They're just like, oh my gosh, women, oh my goodness. But then it's like the Hapasais, and like when they're just over here just like touching women and laughing about it, and I'm like, no, fuck you. Right. I don't like that. So those are the two tropes that I like and dislike.
Okay, that's valid.
Oh, I love it
Super
so much.
Valid.
God, I could make a whole podcast about how I love my uwu boys that are just like, I love anime boys. I'm a horny fucking degenerate. Okay, let's get to the next question.
That's your one.
Yeah. This comes from our email.
It's
and we're
an
going to kind of
essay.
go a different direction. Hello, folks. I have a question about posture, back stress and neck stress, and foot stress. During high school, I was a 3-sport varsity athlete, but the coaches never taught me good posture. Now I'm 32 years old, and I turned 33 in October. I'm currently a line cook at a kitchen, and I'm heavily inspired by the manga Food Wars. Nonetheless, since I'm 6 feet tall, and I always have to look down as I cook meals, and I'm noticing that I have pain in my neck, back, and feet. Also, my posture is out of whack. I'm currently signed up for all the Jack's Blade workouts, and I love the Weird Flex But Okay podcast.
Awesome.
I don't want to tweak anything and end up in the hospital, so I'm asking for advice. Cooking can be so stressful in my joints since I'm tall. What advice do you have?
Okay, so he has issues with his joints and back. Okay, so posture is super, super important. That a lot of people always have issues because they roll forward when they're typing. Like they're always on the computer and they're bent over and they got like a little hunchback action going on. So like what I suggest first off is to do some posture exercises that you can go look up on YouTube. That's the easiest way to fix that. So what you do, just go on YouTube. There will be like these follow along posture workouts where they just teach you how to like push the shoulders back, chest forward, keep the back straight, and like practice walking it. Cause like that's the thing. Like if you're in a scenario like that, like a job like that, where you have to constantly look down and do that, like your body will naturally start to seep forward. And then that's no good. That's not like a thing that you want to do for yourself. So what I highly recommend doing is to always, take a break for yourself to be like, okay, I'm starting noticing, this is starting to hurt. Stretch out, do a little exercise, like push your chest forward, push your chest back, squeeze, and like really squeeze up the upper trapezius muscles. That's just your neck right here, the cobra part of your neck. And then also just a thing that will help you a lot is daily yoga. Like you can do yoga. Like I always say this to everyone, yoga is like medicine for the body. All right. Like if you have any body issues, like pain, like, oh, this is aching, yoga can help you. Like yoga, I swear to God, if more people did yoga, more people will be less in pain. Like it's just such a phenomenal thing to help out the human body. And you will feel so much better if you add it daily to your routine. So what I suggest to you, my friend, daily yoga. And to go up on YouTube and look up posture exercises that you can do. Like there are a ton, like literally just type in posture exercises, you'll find like a few. It's like they're pretty awesome. So like definitely try that out.
Yeah, that's interesting because I think it's also important to reiterate that like with the yoga, it would only work if, you're doing it daily. Yeah. Like you're kind of stretching out those muscles daily so that your body kind of gets into that routine so that you're naturally like melding toward it. It's, what was it called? The neural pathways? Yeah, the neural pathways. They help build up the consistency for doing something daily. So if you build it up daily, like doing the yoga, like literally, I think what the problem is with yoga that a lot of people don't like because they think it's like boring and it's just like, I just don't want to sit there and do these stretches for like, I don't know, freaking 30 minutes a day. So yeah, literally you can do yoga for 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. Like you have 5 or 10 minutes a day to do what you need to do. Like that's literally all it is. Just sit down 5-10 minutes, do your yoga, boom, you're good. Like if you want to do more advanced stuff, you can do like 60 minutes yoga. Cause like honestly for me, I have an issue with that too, where there's just some yoga days where I'm just like, I really don't feel like doing it. But then I have to like get my brain like, no, it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's going to help you. Just get down and do it. And then like you do it and you feel great afterwards. So that's what I highly recommend to everyone, just doing that. Yeah, that's really good advice.
Yeah, there you go. Hope you feel better, bro.
Yeah, hope you feel better. All right, let's get to our next question. We'll take one of yours.
All right, one of my questions. Which one? If one of you accidentally did a crime, I think I know what this is from.
Oh my God.
Who would you go to get you out of trouble, or which friends do you think would help you out? So this is based on that. Have you seen that freaking Bobby Lee video with the guy talking about this?
I don't think so.
Okay, so basically what happened was this guy, I forget the comedian's name, but he was talking to his friend Bobby Lee, and then they were just talking about how much they love each other, like as friends and stuff like that. And he's just like, so if I did a crime, like, and I came to you for help, like, what would you do? He's just like, would you like still talk to me? He's like, no. And I was just like, of course I would. I would like, because I love you. And he's just like, so you're saying I could literally do any crime and you would forgive me? And then he was just like, no, all right. look, I love you as a person, but like you would have to do something like really, really bad. And he's just like, so what would that be? Like, what would be the crime where you do that? And he was just like, if I found out you were Jeffrey Dahmering people, like you were like killing, having sex with dead bodies and like eating the bodies or something like that, then I'd be like, Bobby, why would you do that? Something like that. And so it's just like, he's like, I'm sorry, I'm hungry or something like that. So it's just
Oh
like,
my
so like
God.
that cracks me up. So like, I get what he's coming from, because it's just like, okay, yeah, like if I found out like, I don't know, you were doing something where you were like luring boys in and like eating them, I'd just be like, Katie, come on now. Why?
Come on now,
Yeah, Katie, like, come
I'm
on.
hungry.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, I would just be like, oh my God. Yeah, I think like, yeah, I would probably help Katie. Like if you came to me like, Jordan, I accidentally ate someone or killed someone or stabbed, I'd be like, okay, Katie, I'm here for you. What happened? Just explain to me what happened. Okay, Katie, tell me. All right, scenario, acting scenario. This is what we used to do in theater. All right, you've done a crime. You come to me. That's the knock on the door. All right, I open the door. Hey, Katie, what's up? What happened? What are you doing here? Katie? Come on, Katie. Katie.
No,
All right, so
I'm
okay,
pretty
you're
much in the-
quiet. You're really quiet, Katie. Are you okay?
Oh, geez, Jordan. So I did this thing
Oh,
where
jeez. You're not
I-
acting like Katie. You're yeah.
oh fuck, I stole a bag of Doritos. I was real hungry, and the police are after me.
Oh, okay. Well, I can give you money for the Dorito packet. There you go.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not hungry anymore. No,
Yeah, there you go.
I'm in the same camp. Like, it would really depend on, because it's circumstantial. Because, like, obviously, like, unconventional, or what's the word? I can't remember what the word is. But like, to a degree, I think we all have, our negotiables and non-negotiables. And there are some crimes, like, where I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, no, like, fuck that shit. But
What
like,
if I was like going around
if
being like the Punisher, and I was just like big decapitating Katie? I've been doing this for years. I need your help. Help me.
Oh my God. Like, I don't know. Like, it's circumstantial. It would actually have to happen for me, I guess, truly know how I would react. But if it was stuff like, oh, maybe you stole this, or like, oh, self-defense, or like, all this stuff, like,
Katie,
I would definitely
this guy
listen.
bullied me, and I had to put him down, and I accidentally punched his nose into his brain. Now he's dead.
Damn. I mean, honestly, yeah, like, because this question is, I guess, kind of difficult for me because I'm not, I don't think I'm the type of person that can take a black and white scenario and just be like, oh yeah, I would 100% react this way. Like, I really am I'm a question asker. I'm a context
Hero's the same way.
person. Yeah, exactly.
Fucking paleo would be like, "What you do?" All right. Well, I mean, that's not good, but.
And I would just keep asking questions, like, to get to the bottom of it. But if I'm still asking questions, that means that I care enough about you to want to believe you. Because
Yeah.
if it's someone that I don't maybe really know, I would ask questions to a degree, but there might be
Exactly.
a point where I disconnect and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with this person. But like,
Right.
but if I really care about you, then I'm gonna want to get to the bottom of this because I truly believe that you like had to do whatever it is that you did, and I want to be there for you. But in the situation where maybe you were in the wrong, like, I would hope that I could look at you and say, Jordan, that was not okay. I'm still like,
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
would
here
say
for
like
you, but-
Katie. You can't cannibalize freaking boys' penises.
But I was
right?
hungry.
Katie, no. All right. We
What
have
if
to
they're
go
anime
now.
boys? They're not real.
See, Katie, your psychosis is making you see men as anime boys, and we need to stop
They're
this.
all anime boys and they're
Okay,
tasty.
Katie, come here. Give me a hug. I'm sorry.
Are you an anime boy?
Oh my God.
Nom, 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 nom.
I'm sorry, Katie.
Nom, 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 nom.
Just close
And
your eyes.
scene. That is exactly how it would happen. No questions asked.
No questions asked. Yeah. That was a good question.
That was great. All right,
Yes.
let's get to our next question. We're getting like a lot of like specific scenario questions, some stuff we hadn't really had before.
Yeah. they're good.
This comes from the email, and of course, remember, guys, if you would like to ask us a question, please email us at weirdflexbutokaypodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Hey, Jackson, Katie. Sometimes I question myself what I would do if I randomly faced an angry dog or other animal, especially nowadays when I go outside to run. Sometimes dogs start barking when I run past them. Luckily, they're with their owners, But what if I faced an angry, wild, big dog with no owner? How would you guys react if you randomly faced an angry dog alone, and what would you do? What advice would you give in that sort of situation? I know that it's important to be a calm guy in these situations, but I have this feeling that instincts would take over, and it's highly possible I would start sprinting and running away. I think that it's pretty interesting and life-saving situations to think about before it happens. Happy to hear your thoughts. Eco Vitus.
Okay, so have you seen that fucking video?
I don't know if I've seen it.
There's this fucking
Jordan, use your words. Jordan, I'm
this
scared.
fucking video of this guy who's like on a security cam at this person.
Oh no. Jordan, I can't understand you. It's making you sound like a robot.
He's this guy. Okay, so this is video. It's not funny. It's,
Oh my god.
it's not funny, but okay. So, okay, give me a second. So there's this.
Okay.
There's this video. This guy.
Jordan, use your words. It's gonna be okay. It can't hurt you.
I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's not funny. Okay, give me a second.
Okay.
There's this video. It was like on the security cam of this guy. He's just walking like by this fence, and there's like these two pit bulls.
Okay. There's a fence and there's two
so-
pit bulls.
And that's what happens. Is like him and his friend, and he fucking tries.
He tries.
He
What does he try to do, Jordan? What does he do? What did he do?
I wish I could find this video again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people. Oh my god, I'm crying.
Okay, what does he do?
Okay,
Tell me what he does.
Okay, what happened? Let me start over. Okay, so there's this guy, right? He's walking with his friend. Like, there's this like security cam that picks it up, and so like it's him and his friend. They've run these like I guess two loose pit bulls or something like that, and this guy he just looks at it. Oh my god, what the fuck? And his friend just dashes off. It like passes a guy, and his friend like tries to run, but he can't. He doesn't have the cardio, so he gets tired, and so he tries to jump over the fence, and the fucking dogs just come up and grab his leg.
Oh my god. So the guy tries to run away. Like, so they weren't doing anything to the dogs. The dogs
No,
were
no,
just...
no, no. They just were walking, and these two dogs show up.
Oh my god.
So he tries to run away, and he just gets tired, and he tries to jump the fence, and the dogs just like grab him like the
Pull on
hyenas
his
grab
legs.
Scar.
Oh my god.
He's fine. The guy was fine afterwards, but oh my god,
Holy shit.
it's not funny, but it's just.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Oh my god. My answer to this question is I'm very circumstantial.
Oh god.
I have a fear of
Oh, God.
being in situations where there's people bigger than me or there's like animals and shit. Like that's like a thing that I do think about on the regular.
Oh yeah.
So I'm fortunate that I don't have to be in a lot of situations where I'm walking alone. Like
No,
in a
yeah,
place-
exactly.
Like, I'm fortunate for that, but there, can always be a situation that catches you off guard.
Yeah.
But whenever maybe I'm walking around a neighborhood outside, like
Ugh.
if I'm just walking, if I maybe saw a dog that was coming near me, usually my instinct, because I have had something happen like this before, but the dog wasn't like vicious. The dog was just kind of like coming to jump on me because it was excited. But I hate when big dogs jump on me. Like I fucking
Right.
love small dogs. I fucking despise, even if they're like nice dogs, I hate being jumped on by dogs
Right.
like that are big that can knock me down. Like I fucking hate it.
Right.
So one time I was in college. I was just walking and there was this big dog that the owner didn't fucking put on a leash. And I'm
Right.
sure it was a nice dog. I'm sure it wasn't gonna fucking bite my head off or something. But I was
Right.
like I was kind of scared. It's a huge ass dog. Like I can be knocked down easily. I'm not very strong.
Right.
So and it's coming at me. And so I was holding some stuff too, so I didn't want to like drop my stuff. Like I just wanted to fucking get to class. And this dog's like
Right.
running up all excited. So my instinct is I kind of shift my weight lower and I kind of raise one of my feet a little bit so that I can like kind of kick it away. I'm not going to like yeet like my foot at this dog, but I kind of want to put like some distance between me and the dog. And so if I kind of have my knee up in a certain in a certain way, it kind of prevents them from being able to jump onto me.
Mhm.
Like, I kind of put my foot out to where it's kind of like blocking them from being able to jump, and I just kind of do that aggressively. Like, I'm not like kicking them in the face. I'm keeping my leg up as like a wall, and then the dog kind of will kind of get it after a while, but I usually also have to like aggressively raise my voice if they keep pouncing, which in this case they did. I was like I was keeping my leg up to like be kind of a shield, and the dog was just like, "Oh, I'm so happy, I'm playful," like kind of jumping up and down trying to like get past my leg, and I'm like, "No, fucking no." I like get very angry in those situations. Leash your dogs, like cuz it's going to knock me to the ground, like I could get hurt. Like I fucking hate it. Like I love dogs, but they have to be like chill.
Yeah.
Like I cannot. So I'm very like aware at all times when it comes to shit like that. I like to think, and in that situation, yeah, I put my leg up as kind of a barrier. But if I felt like they were maybe coming at me aggressively, I would probably start screaming and yelling. Like I would probably yell real loud and run, like so that people are like, "Hey, this dog is here. I don't care if I sound like a crazy woman. They're about to fucking numb my ass. Like, I don't care if I look like an idiot. You're gonna fucking go down if you don't put your fucking dog on a leash."
Right, exactly.
Like, that's how I fucking feel about that shit.
There was this one time, 5th grade. I was just remembering. I'm just remembering all this fucking story. Like this one time in 5th grade, me and my friend Ashton were walking home from school. And there was this dog on its leash in the backyard, but it was like one of those backyards that didn't have a fence or whatever, because like we just lived in this cul-de-sac like that. And then like this little fucking stupid kid who kept like running at the dog and like poking it with a stick, like ha ha. And we were just like, what the fuck? And then like the kid would run away, and then the dog would try to chase him. And he was like, ha ha. And they're just like, yo, dude, stop playing with that dog, okay, whatever. And then he went like blew like a raspberry at us. And so like we go inside, we start playing like Dragon Ball Z Budokai or something like that. And we go out back to go fight with our lightsabers, and then like we go over, and like that dog is like just pounced on the kid, and the kid's like trying to be like, just fucking push the dog's face off. And so like we go over and we get the kid and like help the dog, and we're like, see, this is why you don't mess with like leashed dogs. And the kid was like fucking crying and shit, like, oh god, I'm a terrible person. I'm sorry, y'all. Like someone was just coming at me like, Jax, you're so. I know, I'm sorry. That shit cracked me up because that kid got it. But like, yeah, if I was in that situation, I'm just gonna punch his dog.
If he's provoking that dog,
yeah, he got what was coming to his little ass.
Yeah, it's not the dog's fucking fault if you're actively provoking it. It is the fault of the owner if the dog is not on a leash and it's fucking coming at you. That's the fault of the owner. But like, yeah. I'm very passionate about this shit. But no, I mean, it's a kid, so the kid doesn't know any better. But if an adult was doing that, they would 100% deserve it if they're fucking provoking the dog.
That kid, he knew better. That kid knew fucking better. He's fucking stupid kids. Yeah, for me, I'm just like if a dog fucking comes at me, like he could fucking, I'm just gonna kick it in the fucking nose or something like that. So I'm not gonna be a bad guy in the scenario. Like for me, this is one of the scenarios where anti-hero Jordan comes out, where it's just like, okay, is the dog gonna come up and jump and bite me or something like that? Because if it bites me, then I'm just gonna fucking deck it in the nose. If it tries something else, then it's just like, I'm just gonna kick it. Well, whatever. But yeah, that's my take on it. And yes, I am an asshole when it comes to this, because that shit cracked me up. But yeah, there you go. All right.
Next question. Why don't we go to yours?
Okay, what's a song that makes you cry, and what's a song that hypes you up?
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right, let me see.
I actually answered this in my Instagram story a while back. I'm trying to remember.
Let me see. A song that makes me cry. Stolen by Dashboard Confessional.
Ooh.
There's like, you have stolen my heart. That shit makes me cry like every single time. And like that shit like fucking makes me cry my eyes out every single time. I love that song to death. Cause it's just like, oh, you stole it. Or like, there's this song called Biko, but it's about like this guy who's like singing about like his, I think it's like his mom who's dying of cancer. And he's just like, it's a really beautiful song. That shit makes me cry hard. And then
anything about moms makes me cry.
Yeah. And then like my song that gets me hype, anything from the Doom soundtrack. The Doom soundtrack will just make you want to rip and tear someone's fucking brain out. Like it's fucking a hype song. I love that. And then my favorite though is this song Back to Rise by Mick Gordon, and it's like a rap song, and it's just like about like this boxer who's training to like come like back because he's like been retired and now he's like coming back and he's training. And it's like there's just like a bunch of great lines like I stay loose, the power say hit me if you want, my chin is like granite, keep throwing your best and I'm still left standing. And it's like the knockout king to all my opponents, taking every moment to win, baby, I'm on it. Yeah, I'll start the zone with flurries and combinations, hitting you with haymakers, my skills away great. I love that shit. It gets me hype. It gets me hype beyond measure.
That's awesome.
I love that song. Yeah, that is a beast song. I'm Back to Rise.
I get really sad. There's a lot of songs that like I am a feely person. There's lots of songs that can make me cry for lots of reasons with lots of context, but one song without fail every time makes me cry, especially when it has the animation with it, and I cannot look it up or like even think about it sometimes because it will just invoke that reaction. Like if I saw somebody playing it in the background, it's gonna start making me cry. It's from Dumbo. The song.
Oh yeah, that song with the mom, that made me fucking tear up bad.
Yeah,
I cannot watch that at all.
No, yeah, like the elephant's like little trunk is coming out and like holding the baby
and rocking
elephant.
him.
You're rocking him.
Yeah, that shit makes me
almost,
cry
like,
every time.
Crying thinking about it right now. I cannot. It's really
that's
anything with moms fucking destroys me. So yeah, that song I just cannot. I will cry. It's very beautifully done. I can't. Songs that make me happy, there's a lot of songs that make me hype and make me really happy. And sometimes the context of like who I'm with can make it even more fun. So like for example, when I'm by myself and I like want a soundtrack to kind of pump me up for while I'm doing stuff, I might listen to like all the original Naruto openings and stuff. But sometimes if I'm around like other friends that also love Naruto or something and like and we're playing the Naruto openings and we're all just like jamming and singing it, it makes it even more like hype.
Right.
And like yeah, so whenever I'm on a long road trip, if there's a song that me and the person both know, even if it's not like when I'm by myself, I might not listen to it all the time, but if it's something that I know and my friend knows and we're singing it together, it makes me fucking hype. Like
Right.
Mr. Brightside fucking gets me going.
I just can't look. She's killing me. That song is beautiful.
Like, I love doing karaoke. Like,
I'm taking control.
Oh God. I get so fucking hype at karaoke. Like, my energy just fucking skyrockets.
Every time I hear
love
that
singing.
song, I think of like a Harry Potter AMV I saw of like Hermione with like if she was gonna choose Harry or Ron in the AMV or like whatever it's called, music video or something. It was really well done, and I always think of it because of that, and it was like so good.
Yeah. God, that is some good ass shit. And then like depending on my mood too, like there are some songs that in my life I've had like a different relationship with over the years. And that's the thing. But there's an album that I have loved since I was in high school that whenever I listen to it, there's not a bad song on the album. Like whenever I listen to the album, it's one of the only albums I can listen to all the way through in order, and I'm like, I can't skip this one. Oh, I can't skip this one. It's
Right.
It's the Ludo Love Me Dead album. I fucking love that album. Like there's a song about I think it's called Topeka. It's like, I found God in a catalytic converter in Topeka on a Monday night.
Right.
It's, holy fuck, it's so good. Like, I
Awesome.
recommend that album to anyone. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Well, hell yeah. Well, I did have one more question from someone DM'd it to me, and I was like, I guess we could ask this on the podcast, but
Sure.
I'm tempted to save it for next time because we are at about an hour.
Oh, whatever you feel like. I don't mind doing it now. Does it? Wait. Okay. Well, I think we can do this one. We can do this one.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
because
do
like
it.
if they're nervous,
Alright.
let's do it.
Yeah. All right. And this was sent to me like a few months ago, so they probably already dealt with
Oh,
this. So
damn.
I'm sorry. Maybe 2 months ago. But if you're listening, like they DM'd this to me. They didn't do it necessarily for the podcast, but it was like in response to a tweet that I made, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like maybe I'll do that because I get a lot of DMs sometimes. But hi, I'm literally here nervous to text back a friend because they've been acting really different lately, and I truly feel they're trying to push me away. I love them so much, and I really just want to give them a chance, but at this point, it's like they're locking me out. Not sure if you've ever been in a situation like this.
Oh, there you go, Katie. That's you.
Oh man. So yeah, one lesson that I have learned in life is that you just kind of have to go with the flow. You have your whole life to be friends with somebody, and there's a quote that's really good. Like, if they care, you'll know. If they don't,
you'll be
feel
confused.
confused. Yeah, something like that. And so when you're kind of presented with that, there's this is something that I've kind of had to learn, and it can be subjective, and maybe it won't always work, but it's something that has generally worked for me. Is it's very circumstantial on your relationship with this person. If you guys were like best friends talking every day and it's slowing down, then you just kind of have to like let it slow down, and maybe just don't reach out for a little bit, and like maybe every now and then just like send them a meme like nothing's wrong. And then if they are just not answering, you can either say, hey, what's going on, kind of be upfront. If again, if the extent of your relationship was that deep, if you
Right.
truly had that kind of bond with this person, that and it was reciprocated, then in that
Right.
circumstance, maybe say like, hey, like what's going on, and then they might answer. Or if they don't answer and they're just kind of like fading away, and if this is like a friend, not like a significant other, that can be a different situation, but if it's a friend, there's a very large chance that they might be going through some shit that they might need to go through alone. And it sucks that maybe they aren't communicating that to you, but sometimes that's just kind of how it has to be. And I've been on the receiving end, and I've also been the person that's kind of been like, I don't want this person in my life anymore. But we weren't like best friends talking every day or anything, but you will kind of grow apart from people sometimes, and you have to kind of let them naturally do that and know that they can do that. Because one situation that I had where there was this person where we were making plans every other weekend, and then I kept messaging like, hey, like, you want to do this? And they were like, oh, maybe next week. And then eventually it was like, okay, I'm kind of feeling the vibe. So I just kind of stopped. I kind of put the brakes on. And then maybe quite a few months passed, maybe even a year passed, and like we hadn't really talked to each other. And I was like, okay, like, just let go, let the breeze go. They don't hate you. It's just like, that's kind of how life happens. And then recently they like slid in my DMs like, hey, like I wouldn't mind like, playing Animal Crossing together sometime or chatting. And I was like, part of me was like a little hurt, but at the same time, that's like a decision for you to make. Do you want it to be like where you hold on to that grudge and you just don't let them in your life? And that's okay too. If you don't want that, you have the right to that. But you can also say, I'm just glad that this person's okay, and I really do want them in my life. So, I'm just gonna say yeah and forgive and forget, and maybe we'll talk about it at some point. But if we don't, it's okay. Like, everyone has the right to kind of do that at some point. Like, and it's okay. It doesn't mean they hate you. That's just kind of, life can happen that way sometimes. So
Yep.
kind of learning to go with the flow like that. And if it's a person that you aren't like super close to, like maybe you were trying to get close to and you're feeling some resistance, you have to again feel out that energy, and so kind of push yourself away too. And I know that there's that feeling like, oh, but I have to hold on, I have to but again, if they want to, they'll find a way. If they don't, they'll find an excuse. If they want you in your life, you'll know. If they don't, you'll feel confused. You just have to kind of go with what feels natural and right, and not put so much stake into what they think about you. And it's circumstantial. If this is a person that you were like, you guys have been spilling your guts to each other for like a while now, and then it just yeets, like, then yeah, have like a fucking what's going on conversation. But if it's someone that maybe they've been there a while, but you're not like, you're not like BFFs, you wouldn't call them at 2 a.m. like to cry about whatever. Like, you're not there.
Right.
If you're not there, then just kind of let it flow, let it go, and maybe send them a meme every now and then, but understand that maybe their relationship with themselves and with you is kind of going through like something that it needs to go through. And I know that that's all super hippie mumbo jumbo, and like I'm talking in circles, but it really is, there's not a black and white way to address this. You have to really feel it out, and like let yourself know that it's okay if maybe this person isn't as involved in my life anymore, even if I really want them to be, or maybe that they are, but not in the same way that I wish that they wanted to be involved with me. Like,
Right.
but I want us to be this. It's like, well, you can't make someone be that. They have to. What makes friendship so magical is that they are their own person, you are your own person, and you're choosing to give yourself to each other and have this relationship. And it's only going to work if you two are truly letting each other be free to choose to come and be with you. Like, and just, yeah, that's kind of how it is. And I hope that gave some kind of perspective.
Yeah. Good job, Shady.
Yay! Do you have any, like, experience with that at all, Jordan?
Of, like, what? Like, you feeling nervous to text someone back?
Maybe, yeah. Any part of this question stick out to you that you feel like you could speak to?
To me, I give them the 3 test. If it's someone I truly care about, then it's like I give them like a 3 thing, because like I don't like that whole like oh, if you really cared about me, you'd make time for something, because like I understand some people go through like some stuff where they just can't. So like I give them like the 3 thing. If they don't respond after 3 times, or they give you like shady stuff after 3 times, that's like the magic number for me, like where I'm just like, okay, I'm good, I'll just like let you go. Because I was just like, okay, let's say this, I mean, it sucks, but I'm not gonna try and force something that's not there. Okay, like I'm not gonna like try, if like something's closed off and I tried like 3 times, I can't just magically go like, okay, and keep trying to wedge myself into it. All right, it's just like, it's up to them to make their decision, and if that's what they want, okay. If they don't, then hey, you know what, there's 7 billion people on the planet, and while this connection was good, I'll make more connections, and I will. You could, and like you always say, Katie, you have your entire life to be friends with someone, so if they want to come back, by all means come back. If not, then it's just good.
Like whenever a door closes, that doesn't always necessarily mean that it's fully closed, but you do have to, it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because on one hand, when a door closes, that doesn't mean that it's necessarily closed, but on the other hand, you have to let go of the hope that they could come back in order for that door to reopen.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
Because if you hold on to, oh, they could come back, you're just going to be staring at the door, and you're not going to live your life. You're not going to be happy.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
So you just kind of have to move on and trust that you did everything that you could to be, to be a good person, to be a good memory, to be a good experience, to be whatever, it is that they needed you to be, or you needed them to be, like, that you could feasibly see, and then live your life. And if it's meant to come back, it will. And if there's maybe a situation where you're in the same room, you don't necessarily have to like avoid them, unless that's something you feel like you should do, like that can be circumstantial. But if like you're ever in a situation where you need to talk, don't automatically make it about that feeling. Maybe just be like, hey, like how have you been? Like just treat them like a person that respectfully maybe went their own way. And just when you treat someone with respect, that kind of shows that like, hey, like maybe I was wrong about this person. Like when you are always the bigger person, it's always going to look better on you. And so you just have to kind of learn to let go and to live and just kind of like feel it out. And if you feel like you need to text this person but you're feeling like you're walking on eggshells with them, then maybe that's a sign that maybe you shouldn't, and you should just move on too. Or you can text them, and if it's all in your head, they will make that apparent, because they'll text you back and they'll maybe act like everything's fine, and maybe you can have a conversation with how you're feeling, and maybe they'll validate those feelings. Like there's a lot of maybes.
Yep, there's a lot of maybes. A lot of maybes. All right.
Oh,
but like
yeah.
never like if you have like someone that like truly makes you feel like you're walking on eggshells every time you have a talk with them, then it's just like that. I think that's like a just cutting point.
That's
just like,
a sign.
Yeah, that's cut it. Go away. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard.
Well, hell yeah. We did it, Jordan. We made a podcast.
We did it. Let's do a podcast.
Woo, where can they find you, Jordan?
Jax Blade Fitness, Twitter. Jordan Jax Blade Downs, Facebook. Jax Blade, Instagram. Jax Blade, YouTube. Jax Blade everywhere else. How about you?
Yay, you can find me at Connie Day, Kaniday official on Twitter, and the YouTubes, the Twitch, the blah blah blah, all the places Connie Day or Connie Day official. Like that's me. You can also find me at Kruby Productions, KRWBY Productions on YouTube, and on Twitter we have RWBYABRG. That's our Kruby Productions Twitter. And then, of course, Dr. Crafty on YouTube and on Twitter, where I'm a writer and VA. And then for Kruby, I'm a producer, writer, and VA. And you can also find me doing voice acting stuff online. My Twitter is really, like, the main place if you want to, like, see me being up to shit. Like, you can do that. But for Kruby, we also have, like, a public Discord that you can join if you want. And sometimes I dick around in there and share memes, good stuff. So, that's where you can do all of that shit.
Thank you for listening. Subscribe. Buy our Patreons. Yes.
Yeah. Go to our Patreon if you want to give us $1 because it really helps because we have to pay $15.
It's a vending machine snake.
Technically $16.
Snap.
Yeah, it's true, and you can help us, and we do have bonus content that's up that you can listen to, and lots of journals. I'm probably gonna write a new journal.
Yeah,
that
I'm
you
going
can
to write
this
a
week.
journal too.
Yes! Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, see, you don't want to miss that. And this episode, I'm probably, as soon as I'm done editing it, probably going to give it to our patrons a few days early because I like to do that sometimes.
Yeah. So there you go.
Hell yeah.
You're listening to this in the future when you could have listened to it 3 days earlier. And you could have had a laugh 5 days earlier. But did you listen? No! So go get your Patreon package.
Go do it!
Yeah, do it.
Hell
Do it
yeah.
now.
All right, have a good night, everybody. Peace!
Bye.